Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for being my willing participants for this experiment for my grad class. The four participants that I have for this activity, first is my wife Rachel. Next is Scott and Michelle, my parents, and then Tracy, who is my mother-in-law. So those are my participants, and today I am going to be discussing with you guys some information about solar energy. So let me go over and share a document with all of you that you can hopefully see. Can everyone see that?
Yep. Yes.
Okay. So like I said, we're going to be discussing solar energy, looking at some of the lesson objectives that we're going to be talking about. The first is what are the two types or categories of solar energy. Next, you're going to learn how a solar energy panel electricity works. We're going to explore the positives and negatives of solar panels, and then finally make some connections to different applications of solar panels in our world and how we may see them in everyday life. To start off, there are two main types of solar energy. Those are non-electric solar energy and then the alternative of electric solar energy. Um, Looking at non-electric first, there are two main ways that or categories that would fall under this. The first being solar water heating, so using the sun's heat and sun energy to be able to help heat your water. And the second would be natural heating and cooling, so incorporating windows to help to heat your home over the winter, as well as using overhangs and awnings to help cool it during the summer. And then the second category, which we more commonly think of when we hear solar energy, is generating electricity from it. So the first way that we can do that is through photovoltaic cells, which is a fancy way of saying solar panels. We can also do this through power towers and parabolic troughs. For this lesson's purposes, we're mainly going to be focusing on solar panels. So in this next graphic that I've included, it's a brief description explaining how solar panels actually work. The sun puts off photons, and then the solar panels collect those photons, and as it says at the top of that picture, the solar panels convert the sunlight into clean green DC electricity. DC stands for direct current, and it isn't a really usable form of electricity for our everyday uses to run appliances. So if you look down on the lower right hand side, it says an inverter is needed to convert the DC electricity into usable AC or alternating current electricity. Then you have an already existing electrical switchboard, but what you would need to add is a new bidirectional metering or a meter that you would install. And how it works is you would use the electricity that you generate from your solar panels to run the things that you need to for your home, whether that's your lights or your oven or your TV, all of those types of things. If you are running low on energy, as it says in the red text, during peak periods and at night, you can get energy from the grid or the power companies, whereas in the green text, you can export electricity as well. So when the solar system generates more electricity than your household uses or needs, the excess electricity goes back into the grid and then spins your meter backwards, adding credit to your electricity bill. So that is referencing the bi-directional meter that would be installed, so it can go both directions, monitoring your credit needs in terms of your electricity for your household. The activity that I'm going to have you guys actually participating in today is a research activity. You will be assigned a topic that you will be researching and posting your findings into a collaborative Google Doc that has been shared with you. One reminder that I do want to give to you guys is that you want to remember to put your information that you find into your own words so that you are not plagiarizing. And to also help with this, I would like you to include the link that you found your information in. So if we actually all jump over to our collaborative Google document, I can see that everyone is currently in that, which is great. If we look down through this, you can see I've designated approximately 5 minutes for you to do this activity. If it takes a little bit longer, that's okay. But Scott and Michelle, I'm going to have you research the advantages of solar panels and come up with 3 different advantages and then provide your link. Tracy, I'm going to have you researching the disadvantages, same thing, finding 3 of them. And then Rachel, I'm going to have you finding 3 different pictures of solar panel uses and providing the links for those as well. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to work your way through, find the information that you need, put it into the document. I will monitor as you guys do that, and once I see everyone is done, I am going to have you guys presenting your information to the class at the end, so just be prepared for that. So the information that you do find, just make sure that you are ready to explain that information to everyone. So it's important that you understand the information that you are including. So I'll give you guys a little bit of time to do that. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me during the process. And if not, we will reconvene once everyone is done with this activity. All right, it looks like everyone is done with that activity and have all of your information in as well as pictures. So like I said, I am going to have you guys kind of share your information a little bit. Scott and Michelle, if you guys want to start, you can go down through your 3 advantages that you found, and then we'll just work our way down the document.
Okay, so our first advantage is that solar energy is a renewable energy source that can be used in all areas of the world. The second advantage is there's a reduction of electricity bills by generating electricity, more electricity than is needed. It actually exports the excess energy back to the grid, which is a bonus for that. And then the solar energy can be used for different purposes. It can be used to generate electricity and heat as well.
Okay, that all looks good. If we move down to Tracy's section on disadvantages, we'll have you share those with us.
The disadvantages of using solar energy, the first thing is that it can be expensive to purchase all the hardware and the accompanying equipment because it is very specialized. The second reason is it needs to be sunny to collect energy, so you cannot collect it at nighttime, and it's less efficient collecting it when it's cloudy, although you can still collect it in some form. And then finally, collecting then keeping large amounts of energy to use at a later time can be pricey because you need to purchase large batteries.
Okay, excellent. And then down here at the bottom, lastly, what 3 ways did you find that solar panels can be used, Rachel?
So the first picture that I have is an image of solar-powered transportation. So above shows a railroad train that's using solar panels to actually help operate the train. So I also read online, as for transportation, there's ways that solar panels have been used for cars, buses, and even planes. So there's a lot of solar-powered transportation uses that are being created. The next image is solar lighting. So above is that picture there for lighting that would be used like for street lights. So it can be helpful in parking lots. So you're collecting the energy from the sun during the day, and then at night it'll be using that energy stored to provide lighting for parking lots. And then kind of the typical scenario we think of when we see solar panels is in that third image, where you have the rooftop solar panels for home energy, so mounted on your roof of your home and being utilized in that form to help provide energy for your home appliances and any energy needs.
Fantastic. That all looks really good. If we all jump back over to our PowerPoint presentation, I just have some final thoughts going back to our lesson objectives and quick review. We said that we were going to learn the types of solar energy that there are. I had mentioned at the beginning that there are two main categories that solar energy would fall into, and can any of you answer what those two categories might be?
Non-electric and electric.
Perfect. The next question there is a little bit more involved, learning about how solar panels work and how it uses the electricity. To simplify that question, can someone tell me how or what form the electricity originally is in and what it is converted to?
It comes in as DC or direct current, and it needs to be transferred over to AC or alternating current.
Correct. Very good. Next, it says explore the positives and negatives of solar energy and solar panels, which we just went over. That it can save you money on your electricity bills, but on the other side, or on the other hand, it can cost you a lot of money to get the materials in the first place, since they are, as Tracy said, they can be specialized and can be expensive to get installed. And then Rachel gave us a bunch of connections to different applications of solar panels that are used in today's world that would fall under the transportation, as well as powering your home or using them to power lights or emergency phones on the side of the highway. All of those are great examples of how solar energy can be utilized in today's world. So I want to thank you guys for participating in my mini lesson today. I really appreciate your involvement, and that is my online collaborative lesson. Thank you for watching.